Whichever one of them it is, they don't have a superior claim under the grandfather clause than the ones who was already here when they was created, brought here, or wherever the fuck they from. They got us fighting these little mini wars that keep us handicapped, resources depleted, and it keeps us scattered so we can't unify and bust their ass upside the head once and for all. Look, America, the United States, Ronald Wilson Reagan, George Herbert Walker Bush, and Oliver North was prosecuted for the Iran-Contra Guns for Drugs program. We got a short-term memory because we don't remember Iran-Contra. With Iran-Contra, they got convicted and they got what they call censured. That means they slapped them on the wrist and said, don't you do that no more, and get caught. Oliver North got the worst sentence. I think he got 2 years probation and 1 day in prison or jail. Right? So they got caught in their law. I didn't write this law. I'm just going to tell you what it say. It says the government cannot create a crime, lure the citizen into the criminal activity, and then arrest and prosecute the citizen for the crime that the government established to begin with. That's their law, not mine. It's a violation of the United States Code 1984, color of law. And the government cannot go in disguise, operating on the highways with under the color of law with the express purpose of depriving the people of a right. The police job is to detain and arrest anybody, there are no restrictions, anybody that they deem is committing a criminal act. You gotta remember that. Because the criminal acts that the outlaw tribes are guilty of is refusal to do business with the foreign entity and agents, refusal to sign treaties with liars and backbiters and backstabbers. This is what we guilty of, right? So we already hostile to the corporation, and the only reason I'm telling you this is because the Supreme Court said those non-treaty tribes are hostile to the United States survival. They invented a whole combatant program called counterintelligence program. If you counterintelligence, what are you enforcing if it ain't ignorance? Right? If you centralize intelligence, it's all focused on one point. But we don't pay attention to the words because we don't know what words mean. Half these motherfuckers that come out here talking trash to Rod Hayes have never looked up the most simplest words they use in their day-to-day language and swear they know exactly what they talking about, and they don't have a fucking clue. Ricky Ross was a prime example, and if y'all remember, the police that brought Ricky Ross case to the forefront, which also served in being party to his liberation from the system, was none other than the original investigator of the Christopher Wallace homicide, known as Detective Poole. His name was Poole. And he came out and he was the one who told that his investigation led him to discover that it was corrupt police officers involved in the drugs program with the CIA and the FBI, which was a drug trafficking this was all part of Iran-Contra. Now, why are they over there in the Middle East? Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran. what they want over there. If you go and do the research, after the 9/11 invasion of Afghanistan, opium fields was being guarded by U.S. military to prevent the Mujahideen that became known as the Taliban, that was created by the CIA. Y'all don't know that because y'all ain't paying attention. The Mujahideen was created by the CIA to stop the Russian incursion into Afghanistan. And they financed a young man by the name of Osama bin Laden to be the leader of the Mujahideen, and they provided him with small arms. They provided him with massive amounts of currency. They provided him with military intelligence. They provided him with everything he needed to fight his Mujahideen war against the Russians. Ain't that something? Remember who I told y'all came help us in the Civil War? Why they trying to stop Russia? Why they all in the Russian folks' business? Russia ain't coming over here getting in the middle of America and Mexico, or America and Canada. So why in the hell is America over there getting between Russia and Afghanistan? So the Taliban, one of the things that they was doing that made America decide they had to be overthrown is once they took power in Afghanistan, they started burning opium fields. You know what happened when you burn opium fields, right? That means you interfering with some big time dope dealer's money. And remember, if you from the block, every one of us know this. If you from the block and somebody interfering with your money, we got a statement that we always say. Anybody can be touched about this bread. Anybody can be touched. Let's take it a step farther. Y'all remember that Iraq was being led by a gentleman by the name of Saddam Hussein. Do y'all know how Saddam Hussein came to power? I'm going to give you the short version. Saddam Hussein attempted to kill the Iraqi prime minister and failed, and he was in exile in either Sudan, Somalia, or Ethiopia. I can't remember which one, but it was over there in Africa. He was sitting there minding his own business. He had got away, and the Iraqis wasn't thinking about him, and he wasn't thinking about them. And lo and behold, some CIA agents slid up under Saddam and say, it's an opportunity for us to put you in a key position in the government. And then once you're in that position, you know, you can have all of the motherfuckers arrested and executed on your call. He said, how y'all gonna do that? So Saddam had an uncle who at the time was a member of the Iraqi parliament. And his uncle brought him in as an advisor. And while he's in his advisory capacity, he ended up setting up a structure. So now what do he do when he get ready to take power? He called a government meeting, and all of the motherfuckers at the top of the government was arrested and executed. We don't remember this shit because we don't pay attention to world events. So the CIA financed Saddam Hussein to come to power. So why did they fall out? If they paid for Saddam Hussein, and remember, if you go back to the news of the 80s, you'll remember America kept repeatedly saying the only American ally in the Middle East is the country of Iraq. Iraq is America's #1 ally, right? If Iraq is the #1 ally and they depose their leader, what do you think they plan for us that's over here? When we have a leader, they already wrote it on paper. They told you what they was going to do. They would stop the rise of any potential Messiah type that could incite the masses. They got 3 names in there: Malcolm, Martin, and Elijah. Malcolm, Martin, and Elijah. That means that whoever these 3 is, these is the niggas that we got to get rid of first. Malcolm's contingency plan relied on the contingency plan established by Elijah Muhammad. Martin didn't have a contingency plan. His contingency plan fell in the hand of usurpers like Jesse Jackson. right? Ralph Abernathy and some of them other reverends, the revered ones who was revered among the rest of the Negroes, because they can use these revered ones and reverence to keep the people under control. You can't control some of us, and we know that, right? We know y'all can't control us. We just kind of figure out what y'all trying to control us with so we can set the captives free. Misinformation, religion, divide and conquer, skin-based racist caste system. This is what they tools are, right? In the last resort, the tool of last resort. Remember, the Balfour Declaration was the long shot, and it was the first shot. The first shot was the long shot in the restoration of a nation that never existed. And whoever these people is will tell you they self. Everywhere we go, we get kicked out. Go back to what Elijah said. He said, everywhere they go, they cause mischief and bloodshed. And when the people become aware of it, they either flee or they get exiled from the land for coming between two peaceful people and starting conflict and offering to sell a solution for a fee. Let that sink in for a minute while I light my blunt. They come between two peaceful people, will get them to fighting, and then they offer a solution to their conflict for a fee. And they keep falling for the same banana in the tailpipe. I know that banana gotta be old as hell. That banana gotta be black with putrefaction from being so old. Yeah, this is called a stogie. It's not no regular blunt. It's a stogie blunt. This me and my brother be rolling, so we don't have to keep rolling the 2-3 blunts. One of these is like 2 blunts, and this mug get you there. Oh, since I got you on here, Outdoor and Native, because it had dreadlocks, goofball. The dreadlocks, and all of us don't got poofy nappy hair. A lot of us hair is curly and wavy, and y'all just think it's poofy nappy, right? I want to know why ain't none of them motherfuckers pink. Since you want to know why they don't got nappy hair, I want to know why they ain't pink. Because all these pink motherfuckers masquerading as natives, all of them don't have a problem with us, only the ones that's misinformed. Like you. Come on my shit with that bullshit. And so America is a legal fiction masquerading as a government, right? They masquerading as a government in order to deceive the organic people to the land into believing that they working on their behalf. When they not working for us, they not working for nobody over here, including the ones that keep coming in here with that bullshit, $3.50 ass Indians, $2 Indians. They not working for none of y'all. They working for the Vatican. They working for the Crown of England. They working for them niggas that's hiding out in Switzerland. They know I've been rounded up now. That's why they showing you they bunkers. If you go back and you look at the bunkers they recently discovered in Switzerland, then you will know who your enemy was, because they've all been rounded up by the motherfucking Earth Alliance. Right? I'm not telling y'all nothing I'm speculating on. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And you got all these people confused as to who they is and where they belong on the land. The land gonna tell you where you belong. You can't stay somewhere. When Mama Earth tell you to move, you get antsy. You get uneasy. You feel like you need to be somewhere else. Sometimes to this day, I feel like I need to be in Mississippi close to the river. But I got a function I got to do. You can take your sources and your books and wipe your ass with them. I got thousands of sources that I didn't produce. If you just not Johnny come lately, then you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I didn't produce the facts. Dane Calloway didn't produce the facts. Kareem Oahu didn't produce the facts. Top Cat didn't produce the facts. We got the information. We got what our ancestors told us, and we got what the enemy told us. And now you, Johnny come lately, you serpent ass, half-stepping motherfuckers that think y'all know what y'all talking about. Then y'all came over here as a motherfucking rent-a-slave, indentured servant, and now you want to masquerade like you indigenous to the land and like you know who we are better than we do. You can take your sources and you can wipe your ass with them. You can cook your soup with them. And you can simmer them motherfuckers down and baste your ass in the bullshit that it is. Come over here with that shit. You fucking with the wrong one. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a chief because I said I'm a chief, motherfucker. I'm a chief because I was born into this shit, raised in this shit, and initiated in this shit by senior chiefs. And if you don't know, if you ain't put the work in the hood and you don't know how we move and you don't know how we operate, then tuck your tail between your legs and go wipe your pussy, nigga. Goddamn vagina fell out and he want to get mad at me. I know who he is. Just because you don't know who he is don't mean we don't know who he is. It's the same way that the Australian Aboriginals know that they was there before a colonizer came. It's the same way that the people in the Tongas and the Samoans knowing that who they was there before a colonizer came. The same way that the motherfuckers in Hawaii and motherfucking South and Central America know that we was here before a colonizer came. But you think because you a colonizer, a usurper, a interloper, that we not gonna dig in y'all motherfucking ass if y'all come try to stop us from getting what's rightfully ours. You can't stop this shit. If your dumb ass don't know the tribal procedure for recovering the land from an invading force at the close of the age, then go tuck your tail and sit your ass down like the cur you is. Come on my shit with that bullshit. I'm the wrong one, and this is the wrong day, because I'm feeling that way today, because I'm tired of watching you motherfuckers come in with this bullshit like y'all know what y'all talking about, because some motherfucker told you that they heard from another motherfucker somebody got a reference at some school in one of these universities, and none of you motherfuckers wasn't part of the construction of Nan University. Ain't Nan University named Little River University. Ain't Nan University named Standing Wolf University. They not named after none of us. The names that we was using when the colonizers came. So if your $5 ass want to get to the shit, you can come in. We could talk about this shit. We won't let nobody join me. You come in. I dig in your motherfucking ass with both feet. I would dig in your ass with both feet today. Today is the day. Chief Rod ain't bullshitting today. Chief Pontiac will motherfucking pound on his chest and tap dance on your ass about this shit today. I'm with the shits today. So out of all of the days you decide to come on my shit, today was the worst. Today was the worst, because I just got done wrestling with them African-American niggas about us, and now I'm about to wrestle with you $2.35 Indians about us. Sit your ass down. What the fuck you talking about? You don't know what a root clan is? Original totem clan? Then you go sit your ass down. What you talking about? If you can't tell me when we reclaimed DC back from the settlers, and by staking of the totem pole, sit your ass down. If you can't tell us when we put the Pope on public notice and he responded by rescinding the discovery doctrine, go sit your ass down. If you don't know Rod Hayes told these motherfuckers what to do to recover the government and the Muskogee Creek Nation was the only motherfuckers that got up and did that shit, go sit your ass down. Know what you talking about. This shit is in my blood, motherfucker. Fiery motherfucking red clay dirt, nigga. I'm that motherfucker with the long stringy ass tail and the pitchfork ready to poke and roast your ass in the pits of hell about my shit. Yeah, he a fucking troll. They keep sending them. They send $3.50. They ain't even whole $5 Indians. They send $3.50, $2.35 Indians and dirty Moors to come and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. When I didn't produce tons of receipts. But they want to catch the tail end of some shit, come in on the last word of a conversation and know what the whole discussion was about. Fucking with the right one. Fucking with the right one. And I ain't talked to Big Mama to calm my ass down today. Y'all niggas is in for it today. You fucking with the right one. Just like you trolling, goddammit, I will collapse the bridge on top of your motherfucking head. And us motherfucking Michiganders know something about motherfucking trolls. Yeah, a nigga come posting that shit under my page like he know me or some shit. Motherfucker, you don't know me. You don't know that I'm something to rise up in the shadow in your motherfucking bedroom at 3 a.m. and be standing there looking over your ass while you sleep talking about wake up, nigga. What's that shit you said? And you look behind me and you see all my ancestors standing there. Some of them got nappy hair. Some of them got straight hair. Some of them pink folks. But they all there back in my motherfucking play. Fucking with the right one today. So, all of these people with dope cases, everybody with a drug case, all you would have had to do to beat your drug case, this includes Big Meech. Big Meech probably wasn't aware of it, is tell on the government that's your co-defendant. Tell them motherfuckers that the government's supposed to be your co-defendant because they can't create the crime and prosecute you for it, and they was the #1 drug traffickers in the world. And still is. Still is. During Vietnam, that was about opium. The Korean War was about opium. That war they had in Afghanistan and Iraq, it was about opium, oil, and gold. While they was stealing the gold from under the World Trade Center, they was slant drilling, stealing oil from Iraq, and they was trafficking drugs out of Afghanistan. They wanted to run a pipeline from Uzbekistan through Gaza, through motherfucking Iraq to the Persian Gulf in order to bypass all of them motherfucking nations and ship that oil out under the Aramco OPEC United Oil Trade Agreement. All these wars is about money. It's about money and it's about mineral rights. It's about when they was using COINTELPRO to capture the chiefs across the land with the drug trade, they was bringing out the drugs, feeding them to the community while they strangled the rest of the financial resources to leave only one avenue to recover finances in your hood. Yeah, look, it's like I said, if these motherfuckers don't know that the tribal redemption process is, if they don't know how to restore the tribal rights back to the land, them the fake Indians. I'm following the